Going to be installing a sliding barn door in my master bathroom. The entryway was just old. The framing was old, damaged, tired looking, overpainted. The sliding pocket door was damaged. It wasn't opening smoothly. It was making noise. Just wanted to give it an upgrade. When taking off existing framing, use an X-Acto knife to score close to the frame so when you're pulling off the old framing, the paint doesn't rip off the wall unnecessarily. There you see me taking the sliding pocket door out. These are called 90-degree corner beads. I think originally it was 9 feet, so I'm cutting it to size, but it helps the corners just to be more durable when you're putting in, put the joint compound over, and if you bump into the wall, it makes it a smoother look. You see there, that is the corner beads installed, and it just helps for a really smooth transition. When I took out the sliding pocket door, it left the inside of the wall hollow, so obviously needed to secure that. I had a 2x4x7, I think. I ended up screwing it in just to really secure and give it a good foundation. Yeah, the wall wasn't straight, so I took this paintable wood and I put it up against the door jamb after cutting off the top, and I traced it down. You're going to have adversity anytime you do a project. I mean, houses are older, things shift. It's just a part of doing projects and knowing how to overcome that and make it happen. I did that with all 3 sides, made a nice frame in here. See with the corner beads, it's looking pretty good so far. Because the walls weren't straight, the 90-degree corner beads kind of stuck out in some spots. Definitely use some finishing nails to secure everything so it's flush. Joint compound is a lot better than spackle. It's more forgiving, it sands better. One of the things I recommend is you put your first layer of joint compound down, and then when you're putting the joint tape, again, that also helps it be smooth, put it down right away. Don't wait, because that joint compound dries pretty quick, and then the tape doesn't stick as well. That's what's going to cause it to bubble. But you're going to find yourself learning a good technique after a while of putting this on. You want to try to make it as smooth as possible. I'm going to end up doing a second layer here, but this is just me installing the first layer. Make sure you sand everything down. Again, this is the first layer, but you want to make everything smooth. And it's really more for that second layer. As you see, the first layer is done, looking pretty smooth, but it even gets smoother looking after you do the second one. I do recommend waiting the allotted time for drying, depending on what time of the year you're doing it, winter or summer, some other factors. It could be 24 to 48 hours, but it'll sand very smooth when you wait and it's dry properly. There's a second layer. Everything's looking pretty smooth. The second layer really made a difference on top of the first layer. And again, as you get along, your technique's gonna get better. And now it's gonna be ready for some paint. But that was a frame door, and now it is frameless. I do recommend using a Paint Plus primer, just as a one-stop shop, not having to do it too many times. I'm going to end up doing the inside of my bathroom, another project, but as you see the before here, with the frame and the damage, and again, didn't open, it was kind of loud. You can't see it too well, but the frame had damage on it, that old handle. It just wasn't modern looking, it was kind of old school. I'm really happy with how this project turned out. It was a few days, 2, 3, or 4 days of waiting for both layers to dry. The actual work was only about 8 hours. But after installing the barn door with that frameless door, it just really looks sharp. I like the look a lot better. I'm going to redo my bathroom. That's why you see the molding there in the middle, not making it. I'm going to be taking that all out, repainting, new bathroom sink, cabinets, doing the whole thing. But I'm really impressed with how this looks. Just looks a lot better, a lot cleaner. It slides a lot easier. It really, again, it seemed hard at first, but it really wasn't. I replaced the transition down there with a vinyl adhesive laminate. Got that on Amazon. But I do recommend this is not a hard project to do. You just have to, kind of have patience and, you'll learn to work with the joint compound. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.